Hi, I am going to introduce this hypnosis client video segment. This one's really powerful. This client, she is a very powerful healer, and you'll see that when she's the way she sounds as her higher self is her. You'll see it from the interview, the post-interview, compared to how she is under hypnosis. So she visits or experiences 3 other lifetimes. And the one we feel that the first one she experiences is a little girl with blonde hair, and she first sees her black saddle shoes. We feel that's the life before this one. That was what I got as soon as I was remote viewing it, as soon as she entered it. She's learning in this lifetime to really listen to her inner guidance and follow that, to relax, to trust herself, to let go and allow everything to flow. We do some really good clearing of her chakras with her higher self. We get to meet Michael, who is one of her main spirit guides, and then we meet her higher self, who appears for her. We also learn about her partner in this current life, who is her twin flame. And it was wonderful. It was just a really wonderful, powerful, really easy flow session. Really, really easy. So I want to thank my client for just being so awesome and doing all of her work of meditation daily and prepping for her session and all the powerful work that she does. I will post her contact information in the description box down below. She makes crystal jewelry. Her handle is called Love Stoned. She's amazing, and she does this with her partner, and it's just awesome. So I will post Anella's information in the description box, and yeah, enjoy this. I want to thank my producer Joe Pena always for such an awesome production job. And I'll share with you before we leave just some of the beauty of the old growth forest in the state of Oregon. That's why I'm out here every day and other people are out here. But this is also why I like to do my vlogs and my introductions here, because it's so peaceful and I would love to give you that peace. So to have your own session with me, whether it is your own quantum hypnosis session, healing through the heart hypnosis session, or whether it's a mini session online where I do psychic medium readings and life guidance and light language, or whether it is joining my life coaching group, you'll find my website at the end of this video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Enjoy this segment.
Meadow kind of grass.
Tree and grass and tall meadow grass.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
The tree has like circular leaves, kind of that glimmer, sort of like a sparkle, like a wind chime or something, like they just shimmer.
Beautiful. Feel the tree and feel the sparkles of the leaves. And tell me what else you see. Look around you. Acclimate yourself into the space.
I just see nature.
Tell me about the nature. What does it look like to you?
There's like some bigger bushes, sort of like there's water nearby.
Water nearby. Tell me about the water nearby.
It's just like a little creek.
So go to that little creek and describe it for me. What does it look like there?
It's got some rocks in it. It's really, really clear water. And there's shade on the other side from these trees.
Shade on the other side. Now I want you to look down and see if you have a body here. Do you have feet?
Yeah.
And describe your feet for me.
Wearing something on them.
I want you to see it clearly in your mind's eye. Tell me what you're wearing on your feet.
I'm wearing like shoes.
What kind of shoes?
They look like saddle shoes, like the black ones, the white.
They look like black saddle shoes. So I want you to now look up your body and tell me what your legs look like. Are you wearing anything on them?
Yeah, I'm wearing tights.
You're wearing tights. What color are they?
They're white.
And now look onto your body. What are you wearing on your body?
I'm wearing a yellow dress. It's kind of flowy, but shorter.
Wearing a shorter, flowy yellow dress. And now I want you to feel your body. Do you feel female or male here?
I feel female.
How old does your body feel here?
Feels young. Like maybe it's 6 or 7.
Okay, 6 or 7. I want you to feel your face. What does your face feel like? Describe your mouth, your nose.
It feels small. I have a small, pointy nose, kind of.
Small, pointy nose. And what color are your eyes? What do you know them to be?
They're green.
They're green. What color is your hair?
My hair is blonde.
And is it styled in any way particular?
Yeah, it's got like ringlet curls, kind of.
It's got ringlet curls. Are you wearing anything in the curls?
Kind of like ribbon.
What color is the ribbon? Do you know?
It's white.
And so I want you to acclimate yourself into this body. What do you hear your family calling you? What's your name? It's okay. So acclimate yourself into this body of 6 or 7 years old. Where do you live? Do you live nearby?
Yeah, I live nearby.
So let's go to your house and stand in front of your house and tell me what your house looks like.
Looks like a bigger house, like a big white house. It's got 2 stories and a big deck.
Good. And so how do you enter the house? How do you get in?
You go in through the front door.
All right, so go through the front door and look around. Tell me what it looks like inside.
There's like antique looking furniture, like white, like dark wood. That's kind of polished or shiny, sort of.
Right. What else is in there? Look around. What does the kitchen look like?
The kitchen is big. It has like a island or something in it, and big appliances, kind of like people cook a lot of stuff in there.
Right. And so, do you sense anyone in the house with you right now?
Yeah, I think there's somebody in the side room. I think it's my dad.
Okay, so go to the side room and go see who's there. Who's in there?
Yeah, it's my dad.
Okay, so describe your dad. What does he look like?
He has like a mustache.
Mm-hmm.
He has dark hair. He's wearing like suspenders, kind of.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to look at his eyes. What color are your dad's eyes?
They're brown.
I want you to look deeply into your dad's brown eyes. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Connect with him soul to soul. Do you recognize him in your current life?
No.
Very good. And so who else lives in this house with you besides your dad?
My mom.
Where's your mom?
I don't know where she's at.
So I want you to find your room. Where's your bedroom?
It's upstairs.
Okay, so go upstairs and go into your room and tell me what your room looks like.
It's really bright. It's got wallpaper on it. Pink flowers.
Very good. Pink flowers. And what else?
I have a lot of white furniture in there.
You have a lot of white furniture. Do you like white?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so, do you have a bed?
I do.
What does your bed look like?
It's got like posts on it.
It's got posts.
Maybe a little bit of that fabric that hangs off the top like a ruffle.
Very good. So who else lives here besides you and your mom and your dad? Anyone?
No.
So are you an only child?
Yes.
And what does your dad call you?
I don't know.
What does your mom call you? Listen for the name. What do you hear her saying to you?
Liz.
Liz. When I say Liz, does that sound true for you?
Yes.
Good. Liz, I want you to tell me what is happening right now in your house. Why are we here, Liz? What's going on?
My dad's worried about something.
What is he worried about?
I don't know. He just sits in the room and worries.
Does he do that a lot, Liz?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to go into the room where your dad is at. And I want you to connect with your dad telepathically, mind to mind. And I want you to hear what he thinks he's worried about. What do you hear him thinking?
He's worried about my mom. I think she's sick.
Your mom is sick, and so find out telepathically, what is your mom sick with?
A fever.
She has a fever. And so where is your mom?
She's laying in her bed upstairs.
So I want you to go to your mom's bedside upstairs and see her clearly in your mind's eye and describe her for me in the bed.
She's just laying there. She's sleeping. She's got golden colored hair.
Golden colored hair. And I want you to connect with your mom, soul to soul and heart to heart. Feel her. Do you recognize her soul in your current life?
Yeah, I think it's my grandma.
Very good. And so tune into your mom here. She's got a fever. Check in with her telepathically. What's going on with your mom? What is she sick with?
I don't know.
They don't know. Has she seen a doctor?
Yes.
And what do they say?
They say that she's very sick.
Do you feel close, Liz, with your mom? You connected with her?
I do.
So now I want you to close this scene, and I want you to go forward to the next important scene where something significant happens to you, Liz. Be there now and tell me what has happened. Where are you?
My mom has died.
Feel it out. Feel if your mom has died.
We're at her funeral.
You're at her funeral. And how old are you now?
I'm the same age.
So is this soon after then?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so look around you at the funeral. Are there many people there?
There's a few people here, yes.
And tell me what's happening at the funeral.
I cry.
You cry. How was your dad?
He's really upset.
Who else is there at the funeral besides you and your dad?
There's other women there.
Tell me about those women. Who are some of them?
They're like a group of women that she was friends with.
Do you feel any connection with any of them?
No.
No. And so what else happens at the funeral? Anything else significant?
There's somebody from a man from a church preaching, kind of.
He's kind of preaching. How do you feel about him?
Like he's just saying things that I don't care about.
Very good. Is there anything else significant about this funeral that you need to know about, Liz?
Yeah, there's somebody by me I think we have a nanny or a maid.
Okay, so I want you to tune into this person by you and connect with them heart to heart. Who is this person to you? Is this a nanny or a maid?
Yeah, she takes care of me.
How long has she taken care of you?
Forever.
Since you were born?
I think she lives with us too.
She lives with you, and how do you feel about her?
I really like her a lot.
Do you? What do you call her?
I don't know. Something with an M.
Begins with an N. Very good. And so I want you to look into her face. See her face in your mind's eye. What color are her eyes?
They're dark brown.
Connect to her soul to soul through her eyes. Do you recognize her in your current life as a nun? No. So I want you to connect with her in your heart and feel her soul. What is she showing you in this scene? What's the significance of her for you?
She's showing me that she's still there for me.
She's still there for you.
And that someone will take care of me because my dad is really upset. He just wants to go back to work and not be home very much.
And so is your nanny, is she the one who's going to be there to take care of you?
Yes.
Very good. Is there anything else significant about this scene?
No.
Very good. Let's close the scene. And now let's go forward into a moment in your life where there is some great impact on you. Arrive there now and tell me, where are you?
I'm older.
How old?
Maybe I'm 19 or 20.
And where are you, Liz?
In town.
And what town is this?
I don't know.
Is it a small town or a medium town?
It's a small town. It's got cobblestone rocks on the street, kind of.
Cobblestone rocks on the street. And what is it you're doing here?
I'm going to get married.
You're getting married. Who are you marrying?
I'm marrying a man that I know he's somebody important. He has an important job, like in the government or something, politics or something like that.
Interesting. So I want you to see this man that you're going to marry And describe him for me. What does he look like?
He's handsome.
He's handsome.
He has dark hair that's like short, kind of clean cut. He's tall.
He's strong.
Mm-hmm.
Is he older than you in age? Or younger or the same?
He's a little older than me.
Mm-hmm. And now I want you to look deeply into his eyes and connect with him soul to soul. Do you know him in your current life?
Yeah.
Who is he?
He's Paul.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So now I want you to go to your wedding and describe your wedding for me.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Who's there at your wedding?
A lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Are all these people you know?
Some I don't know.
Is your father there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And is your nanny there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is there anybody else significant there for you?
No.
No. And so how do you feel about getting married to him?
I'm really happy.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And what do you call your husband?
I think I call him Mark.
Mark. When I say Mark, does that sound true for you?
Yes.
Very good. Is there anything else significant about your wedding with Mark that you need to know about?
No.
Mm-hmm. So now I want you to close this scene, and I want you to go to the next most important scene in the life of Liz. Be there now. What do you see?
I don't know.
What are you seeing? Tell me the first thing you see.
I'm just seeing light.
Mm-hmm. Good. So see the light and tell me how you feel as you're seeing light.
I feel really calm.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to use all of your senses. Use your knowing. What do you know is happening right now in the light?
It's like I'm waiting for something.
Tell me more. You're waiting for something.
Mm-hmm.
What are you waiting for, Liz?
I don't know.
Use your knowing. Tune into your knowing self. What do you know is coming in?
I think I'm waiting for life.
You're waiting for life. So when I count to 5, I'm going to gently tap your forehead, and you will know exactly what you're waiting for. 1, knowing in your heart. 2, what you are waiting for. 3, the answers are very clear. 4, right here, right now. 5, what are you waiting for?
Mm,
What do you feel? Do you feel like you're stuck or stalled?
Yeah, I feel like I'm stuck.
Where do you feel like you're stuck? Are you in a physical body in this light? Or do you not have a body?
I don't have a body.
So when I count to 3, you're going to go back in time before you left your body and went into the light to find out why you don't have a body. 1, 2, 3. Where are you?
Mm, I'm in my house.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, what's going on in your house?
I'm sick.
You're sick. What are you sick with?
I'm pregnant.
Mm-hmm. How pregnant are you?
Like maybe 4 months pregnant.
Is this your first pregnancy, Liz?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to tune into your belly, into the pregnancy. And I want you to know, are you pregnant with a boy or a girl?
I'm pregnant with a girl.
Mm-hmm. And so what's going on with the pregnancy, Liz?
My body is too weak.
Why is your body too weak?
The baby's taking everything.
Mm-hmm. And so what happens next, Liz?
I just get more and more sick.
Mm-hmm. Until what happens?
Until I die.
So I want you to take your last breath and rise up out of that body. And I want you to look back down as you rise up into the light. Who do you see around the bedside of your body?
Nobody. I just had the baby.
You had the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Did you birth the baby?
Yeah.
And you left as you were birthing?
Mm-hmm.
Who helped you birth the baby? Anyone?
There's a maid or something.
There's a maid.
A woman.
And I want you to tune into the soul of the baby. What is the baby? Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a girl.
And I want you to tune into that soul of the girl. And what is the purpose of her coming through you when you leave? What's the purpose of that?
It's for my husband.
It's for your husband. Why does your husband want to be a single father? What is the purpose for him?
He needs to learn to love.
He needs to learn to love. And what kind of life does he have with your daughter then? Feel out the entire lifetime for them. Does he learn the love he needs to learn for himself?
No.
No. Do he and your daughter have a good life together?
Yes, but it's like my father with me,
Mm-hmm.
where they were disconnected.
Mm-hmm. So is this a family pattern that's been going on? You're the soul family?
Yes.
Yes. So as you go up into the light, I want you to tune into the soul that came in through your daughter and connect with her soul to soul and heart to heart. Do you know that soul in your current life?
Yeah, it's Jaden.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And I want you to go into the light. And as you're in the light, come into that waiting place again and reflect on that life as Liz. What did you learn about yourself in that life?
I learned that sometimes it's okay to leave and that everyone will be okay without you.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Anything else that you learned?
I learned not to turn away from people when you're hurt.
Very good. And so now you're in the light. What is it that you're waiting for?
Just waiting.
You're waiting. Are you waiting for your guides to come forward?
No. I'm just waiting for the next thing.
You're waiting for the next life, perhaps?
Yeah.
So before you go into that next life, I want you to connect with your spirit guides because you can't go into the next life without talking with your spirit guides. I want you to use all of your senses and feel your spirit guides in the light. Do you feel them?
Yes.
They're there for you. They're always there. I want you to allow one of them to come forward to you and see the first spirit guide that appears before you. Who is there in front of you?
Man.
A man. Describe this man for me.
He has longer hair.
Longer hair.
He's light brown hair.
Mm-hmm. Light brown hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And what does he represent to you? How does he help you as your spirit guide?
I think he's Michael.
He's Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Michael?
He is a guide for me.
Mm-hmm. Is he your main spirit guide? Ask him.
One of them.
He's one of them. What does he help you with in your lives?
He helps me with life.
He helps you with life. What messages does Michael have for you right now in the light?
I can't communicate with him.
Say that again.
I can't communicate with him for
So,
some reason.
I want you to connect with him heart to heart and mind to mind telepathically. And when I count to 3, you will be able to hear him clearly in your mind's eye, and you will be able to feel his answers in your heart and your soul. 1, 2, 3. Connect with him. What message does he have for you? Feel him in your soul. What does he want you to know?
He wants me to know that it's okay.
What's okay?
That it's just a journey.
It's just a journey. Anything else?
I have many more
Yes.
to learn.
Ask Michael, how many lifetimes on earth have you had? Tell me the first number that comes in.
80.
Very good. And ask Michael how you've been doing so far in your 80 lives on earth.
Because I've been doing good.
Yes. Are you learning about yourself the way you want to?
Yes.
Very good. Now, let's allow the next main spirit guide to come forward and tell me who you see. Who's there?
I can't see them. Just light.
You see light?
Mm-hmm.
So allow yourself to feel them and know them in the light. Tune into your knowing. Who do you know is there helping you? There is somebody else there. Allow that somebody else to come forward and know their presence. Who is there?
I think it's me.
Tell me about that being you.
Looks like me.
It looks like you. Describe this one that looks like you.
She looks like me now, kind of.
In your current life? And ask her to step forward for you. Is she your higher self?
Yes.
Very good. I want you to connect with your higher self and take her in. How does she look to you?
She looks light.
Yes.
She has dark skin, darker than my skin.
Mm-hmm.
And she's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
Dark hair. And she has red lips.
She has red lips. I want you to ask her why she showed you the life of Liz and dying in childbirth. Why did she show that life to you?
So that I can learn to let go.
So you could learn to let go. Anything else?
To not be afraid.
To not be afraid. Anything else?
No.
Very good. I want you to ask your higher self if we can ask her some questions right now.
Yes.
Very good. So, may I speak with your higher self? You have to give her your voice.
Yes.
Thank you. Is this the higher self I'm speaking with?
Yes.
Thank you. Anella has some important questions that she would like answers to. She wants to know, why did she choose this life? What is her purpose?
She will heal people.
Tell her more about that. How will she heal people, higher self?
She has light in her. She has light in her that she'll be able to use to help others to see the light as well.
So, higher self, how does she use this light? Can you tell her more in practical human terms how she is to apply this healing light to herself and others?
By interacting with other people, using her hands as well. She has energy in her hands.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to connect with people.
So how does she use the crystals then to help? Because she's very connected to crystals, particularly amethyst. What is the significance of that?
She can heal with the crystals.
She can.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she so attracted to crystals?
She's always had crystals.
In
It's always been a part of her life, all of her lives.
all of her lives? And what is the significance of amethyst for her higher self?
That's her power.
Mm-hmm. Tell her about that. Tell her how she can use amethyst to enhance her life.
She can use it to meditate
Mm-hmm.
and to open up more knowledge.
And open up more knowledge. Tell her more about that. How does she do that?
She needs to surround herself with it and meditate.
Mm-hmm. Like as in crystal grids with amethyst?
Yes.
Yes, and meditate on that. And what will that do for her then?
She will start to develop more.
Mm-hmm. So her psychic abilities will come online then?
Yes.
Okay, and then she can use the amethyst with others to help them heal?
Yes.
In her hands when she's applying them to people?
Yes.
Very good. Is there anything, other information on crystal healing and amethyst for her that will be useful?
She will continue to find crystals.
Mm-hmm. Does she just attract them?
Yes, but when she goes to look for them, those will be the most powerful ones to use.
The ones that are calling her?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. She wants to know herself, why was she excited to get here in this life?
Because she has a lot of challenges to overcome in this life.
How is she doing on those challenges? Is she overcoming them?
Yes. Quickly, too.
So how many more does she have to overcome so we can give her kind of some incentive and some faith? Does she have a lot left? Or does she have just a few?
She doesn't have a lot left to overcome. She has just a few. And they're really easy, but the biggest thing is to help others.
To help others, and that will help her to overcome her karmic debts.
Yes.
What is her biggest karmic debt in this lifetime, higher self?
She has to be kind.
She has to be kind. So where does that lack of kindness come from? Does it come from another lifetime or the family lineage?
Yeah, it comes from past life.
So can you show her higher self that key past life where she was unkind? Show that to her and describe for me who she was in that past life. Was she male or female?
She was female.
What did she do that was unkind?
She abused power.
How did she abuse power?
She did things she wasn't supposed to.
Did she hurt people?
She didn't hurt people, but she caused people to suffer.
And so, how many lifetimes then has that adversely affected for her?
Several.
Okay. And so, is this the life now for her to complete that?
Yeah.
How is she doing on the completion?
She's almost completed it.
So, she just needs to practice more kindness with herself and others?
Yes.
Is there any other recommendations on that you have for her so she can work that off gracefully?
And she has to give back.
How does she do that? Give back.
She has to give people healing.
How does she give people healing then? Can you tell her practically how she can do that?
She'll know.
She knows?
Yes.
Is she already on that path?
Yes.
Very good. Any other karmic debts that she needs to know about that she's working through?
No.
Very good. Now, homesteading. She's so drawn to homesteading. Why?
Because she needs to be out in nature.
What does nature have for her?
Abundance. She needs to see that she has everything that she needs.
She has everything that she needs. That sounds to me like that's something all humans need to do. Do we find abundance in nature?
Yes.
Very good. So should she pursue homesteading?
She should.
Where should she begin her homesteading with her family?
She's in the right place.
Should she stay in the state of Oregon to start?
Yes.
Where in Oregon can you show her on a map or give her a location, please? She needs some guidance on this.
It's central.
It is Central Oregon. Is it near the high desert?
It's near Bend.
It's near Bend, yes. And is she going to be doing earth bags?
She's going to be doing gardening.
Gardening. So will she start in the house?
She will have her house. She hasn't decided yet, though, what she really wants.
So is that up to her then when she's in the moment?
She has an image that she sees all the time.
Where does she see that image from? Do you give that to her?
She sees it from the future.
From the future. Tell her more about that. What future timeline is she seeing?
She's seeing her future.
Tell her about that future she's seeing.
She finds peace in the mountains with all the elements. There's water nearby so that she can sustain. She can continue to garden and have animals and provide for herself and others.
And who of her family is with her in this future?
Paul is with her, and so is Hudson.
And where is Jaden?
He has a different task.
He has a different task. Very good. Is this timeline coming to her soon?
Yes.
In the next couple of years or less?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Will she continue to homestead in other places as well besides Oregon?
Yes.
Thank you. Can you reveal that to her, where those places will be? Because she's getting mixed signals from seeing different futures.
Put her back in Hawaii.
And will her family go with her?
Yes.
And will she create conscious community as well?
Yeah.
So others will come in as well?
Yes.
Very good. She wants to know, what karma does she have with her family?
They get distracted.
They get distracted? What's distracting her family?
Their own individualism.
Is it their egos that interfere?
Their egos interfere, and they want to be their own people, but they don't understand that family is important.
Is this a karmic debt that has been going on for lifetime after lifetime?
Yes.
How far back in the ancestry does this pattern go?
It goes back very far. Very far.
Very far. And so why did she choose to come in now? Is she supposed to help heal that?
She is healing that.
She's healing that already. Is there anyone of her ancestors who would like to come forward and talk with her today to help her to work through some of that patterning? Okay. Thank you so much. She wants to know about her soul relationship with Paul. What is the soul relationship between the two of them?
They share hearts.
They share hearts. Are they soul family?
Yes.
Are they soulmates?
Yes.
Are they twin flames?
Yeah.
There we go. Now, Paul is a master builder. What are his abilities that are dormant right now?
Paul can heal people.
How?
He helps them. He has to help himself.
How can he help himself?
He has to help himself first because he has to heal himself. He can give love to other people, and he doesn't give it to himself all the time.
So then it's short love, isn't it? It's not full. How can he help himself, and how can Anella help him to love himself?
She already is helping by putting these things in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Is that the purpose for their twin flame connection, is to mirror that to each other?
Yes.
When they are together, do they increase their abilities and their power?
Yes.
So, is it possible to speak with the higher self of Paul today?
Not yet.
Okay. Can we ask Paul's higher self any questions about Paul today?
Later.
Later. Okay, thank you. She wants to know, what are her soul gifts?
She has the ability to see.
What is her ability to see? Tell her about that.
She can see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Tell her more about that.
She can see what's going to happen. She can see people's thoughts.
Is this her clairvoyance? It's very strong.
Yes.
So how can she use that to help herself and help others?
She needs to listen.
What does she need to listen to?
She needs to see the things that she's seeing and listen to what it's telling her inside.
Mm-hmm. And then what does she do once she hears the answers?
She needs to act upon them.
Mm-hmm. Is that where she's been stuck?
Yes, she doesn't know how to hear all the time. She blocks some of it out on her own.
Why does she do that?
Because she's afraid she won't know how to do it.
And where does that lack of confidence come from? Does that come from another life?
Yes.
So I want you, higher self, to show her that lifetime, that key life where that lack of confidence of listening first began. Show it to her and describe for me who she is. Who is she in that key life?
She was a seer.
She was a seer. Show that to her. Show her, was she female or male?
She was female.
And where was she?
More ancient.
Mm-hmm. And what was her ability as the seer?
People would come to her
And
and
what
they would ask her to see the future.
And see the future, and what would she see?
She would do as they asked.
And so, what happened that she doubted her ability?
She saw something wrong. Something changed.
What happened next?
They thought that she was a fraud.
They thought that she was a fraud. And so then what happened?
They exiled her.
They exiled her. Where did she go?
On her own.
She went to live alone. So I want you to show where she goes. Where did she go?
She has a hut in the woods.
And
People fear her.
And people feared her. And what happened to her for the rest of her life then?
She lived alone.
How did she die?
They came and took her.
They
Burned her.
They burned her. And so now I want you to observe from above scene. Observe and tell me, what did you learn about yourself in that lifetime? What was the purpose for it?
That everybody has the power to change what they see.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
She spent a lot of time alone.
What did that teach her about herself when she spent the time alone?
And it's not always the best way.
Mm-hmm.
The Sometimes you need people,
Yes.
even though it's easy to be by yourself because you don't have any expectations. But you can't grow that way.
No, we need the mirror reflections, don't we? So now, higher self, I want you to go into her body and see where she's blocking the listening. Where does she block that inner listening?
It's in her head.
It's in her head. And what does the blockage look like, higher self, in her head?
She's blocking her third eye.
She's blocking her third eye, the brow chakra. What color frequency would you like to use to open that brow chakra back up?
Purple.
Very good. Please use the purple frequency and let me know when it's completely open.
It's done.
Is it complete? Good. And do I have your word, higher self, that as she sleeps every single night, that you will continue to use the purple frequency to open the third eye even more as long as it is needed? Do I have your word?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, we know that the optimal place for them to live is in Central Oregon near Bend, but why was she called back to Oregon? Why is she in Oregon?
Because this is where she'll grow.
Very good. And this is where her family is supposed to be as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And when will she get her youngest son? When will he come back and live with her full time?
The end of the year.
Why will he come back and not stay with his father?
Because he has to live with her.
Mm-hmm. Is he contracted to do that?
Yes.
Will he learn more through her?
Yes.
What is his life path? What is he here on this planet to do? Sweet Hudson.
He's here to change.
Is he here for New Earth?
Yes.
Is he a healer as well?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What is his healing abilities?
Love.
Beautiful. And what about Jaden? What is Jaden's purpose here?
Jaden's purpose here is to change also, but not necessarily through love. He has a bigger role to play in the way that things change for the future.
Mm-hmm. Is he helping to create a higher comfort level with sexual diversity?
No, he's here to change things more politically.
More politically? Interesting. Can you tell us more about that?
The systems are going to fail.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about that.
And his generation is going to be the one that changes it.
Mm-hmm.
And he is to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
He sees how things have not worked out. And he sees numerous generations and what they all think. So he's seeing how he can change that.
Very good. When is the system going to fail? Is there a timeline on that?
2022.
Yes. It is a key, or isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And the financial system will change then as well.
Yes.
Yes. And will we have a universal income then?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, she has dreams of tsunamis. Is she seeing a past or future timeline on that?
Yes, she's seeing the past.
She's seeing the past. So what past is she seeing with the tsunamis? Because I've seen those as well, and so have many others. It is it's a common other lifetime thing to see. What is that? Can you share that with us?
She's seeing it from all the other lifetimes that have been devastated by floods.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Will that happen again in this timeline?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And will the tsunami be hitting the West Coast?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Will that bring change?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Destruction.
Change and destruction.
Yes.
Yes. Is it more energetic?
It is, but there's going to be a lot of change to the planet that's going to impact everyone.
Mm-hmm. Of course. So will she be in a safe place when the tsunami hits?
She will be.
She will be. Is that why she's guided to go to Central Oregon to the higher elevation?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Why is her family so disconnected? Can you go into any detail with that? We've already learned that they're following the self too much.
They're all on different paths.
Mm-hmm.
They all have different tasks. And they chose to come here together, but not to be together in this way because they have so many different things that they can all have an impact on.
Mm. Are they soul family?
Some of them are.
Mm-hmm. And so they're all learning from this grid they're creating?
Yes.
Thank you. She has some health questions. She has some shoulder tension, a lot of tension in her shoulders. Is she carrying a burden energetically?
Yes.
What is that burden? Can you show her, please?
She's carrying the burden of always having to take care of herself and everyone else around her.
Why does she do that? Is that coming from other lifetimes?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So how can we remedy that today? How can we lift off the burden from the shoulders?
Letting go.
Mm-hmm. So letting go is a life theme for her, isn't it?
Yes.
How can she let go? Just let everybody learn for themselves?
No. She can teach them and then let go.
What
knowing that she's taught them what they needed to hear.
Okay. So how can she teach them? What is it she's teaching them? Share that with me.
She's opening up their third eyes as well to see what power is out there.
Mm-hmm.
She's helping them see a different paradigm than they've all been living.
Mm-hmm. That's why she's the unique one in her family.
Yes.
Is she the way shower?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And her sons are also way showers.
Yes.
And Paul is a way shower.
Yes.
So they have to initiate these new lives, don't they?
Yes.
Thank you. So her left foot twitches and it hurts, and Paul says she does a kickstart motion during sleep. Why?
There's a lot of energy.
A lot of energy. Where is the energy coming from, higher self?
Different downloads during sleep time.
Where are the downloads coming from? Is that coming from you or is that coming from source?
No, it's coming from source.
Okay. So she's receiving because left side is the receiving side, but it's making her left foot hurt. So how can we shift that so that the downloads aren't quite so overloading her body?
She needs to meditate and spread the energy throughout her body.
Okay, can we do that now? Please higher self to the body and show her.
Yes.
All right, so begin breathing. And then bring the white light current more gently into the left side and then circulate it to the right side. And then allow the energy running to come through. So run the energy from the halo chakra through the crown chakra, down through the chakras, down through the heart, and out through the arms, hands, and fingers. Run the white light current through the central channel of the body, down through the legs, the feet, and out through the bottoms of the feet into Mother Earth. Then allow that white light connect to the light core in Mother Earth, and then run it back up again, in through the bottoms of the feet, through the legs, all the way to the heart. Then run it up through the fingers and hands and arms. Allow the white light to clear the shoulders. Burn off the burden. Bring it through the throat, the face, the eyes, the brain, and allow the white light to sit in the brain and clear out any denseness and debris. And then run the light through the crown and the halo back to source, and just keep running the energy down central Mother Earth and back up to source. Let me know, higher self, when there's a really steady, balanced current going of white light up and down.
There's a steady light.
Does it feel now more balanced?
Yes.
Very good. So she's got an issue with her brain switching the words when she's speaking from what she sees in her mind, and it's different than what comes out of her mouth. Why is that happening?
It's her intuition is overpowering her sometimes.
Her intuition is overcoming.
So she's seeing these things that she's seeing flashes of.
She's intuiting those?
Yes, it's part of her power. She can see the things that are going to happen, and she sees things, and sometimes it confuses her when she's talking.
Mm-hmm. So she's seeing higher realms of what's going on above the conversation?
Yes.
All right. And so how can we balance that? That needs to be balanced until her brain can catch up with the higher vibrational light codes that come into her. How can we balance that?
She needs to slow down.
She needs to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Will meditation and breathing help with that?
Meditation and breathing will help. She needs to journal the things that she sees.
Journaling. Wonderful. Can she do automatic writing as well to help to sync her brain with the intuition?
Yeah.
Very good. Is there any clogging going on in her brain at all? Can you go in and take a check, please, by yourself? How does your brain look?
There's a little fogginess that I'm going to clear out.
All right. What color frequency would you like to use to clear out the fogginess?
Yellow.
Thank you. You use the yellow frequency until it's clear, and let me know when it's complete. Thank you. Do I have your word, higher self, that you will continue to use the yellow frequency to keep the brain as clear and balanced as possible as she sleeps until it is fully open and balanced? Thank you so much. Higher self, would you please do a body scan and check the main chakras? Now we've cleared the brow, the crown is cleared. Check the throat, heart, solar plexus, the sacral, and the root, and tell me if there looks like there's any clogging going on.
There's something in the throat.
Tell me what's in the throat.
She's just very congested in her whole body.
The whole body's congested. Is she dehydrated? Is she not drinking enough spring water?
She needs to drink more.
And
she needs to limit what she eats.
Okay, is she eating a diet that maybe isn't high water content enough?
Yes.
Okay, so you tell her the optimal water content foods that she needs to eat.
She needs to eat more live food.
Less
with preservatives.
Right, and less cooked.
Less cooked.
Yeah.
It's more raw.
More raw. The raw holds the high photonic divine light that our cells need. It's key. It will lighten up your load. Tell her that her frequencies are going to balance out when she eats a high water content diet. It makes the clairs flow more easily. It kicks the intuition in more.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. So what color frequency can we use to clear out the throat chakra, please?
Blue.
Okay, use blue, and then see if you can run the blue color through any other clogging of the body as well. Let me know when that's complete.
That's complete.
Very good, thank you. Higher self, do I have your word that you will continue clearing out the throat and the mucus as she sleeps until it's completely clear?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Higher self, do you have any universal messages for other light workers, for myself, for Anela? We are clearly in the chaotic end times and huge shifts. What is happening? What can we do to make this time smoother and easier? Any messages that you can offer us on these changing times? What's possibly coming in? We feel that it's going to get more intense before it clears out.
Continue seeing the light.
To continue seeing the light.
To continue to share with everybody.
To continue to share with everyone.
You have to take care of others right now. And teach them.
Teach and take care of others. What is it we're teaching them? All right, so you just had your first quantum hypnosis session.
Yes.
And you had your first hypnosis session.
Period.
Yeah. How did it go? How was it for you?
It was really good. I think I realized that, I am my higher self. So I know all of these things that I already know.
you know.
You're not any different than your higher self. You didn't have a different
No.
voice. You didn't have a different energy. Some people do. Some people have a completely different energy. You did not.
Yeah, I didn't feel that it was different either. Like just now I was thinking like I knew all of that.
You knew
the
your
whole
answers
time.
already.
Yeah, because I'm always here.
I know. So what was the biggest thing for you that you got out of this session?
I don't even know. All of it was really big for me. I think clearing the energy, that was a big thing for me.
Okay, so
I could
share
feel
about
my
that.
brain like it. My brain's just like been foggy and like just knowing to slow down a little bit sometimes because I'm seeing too many things happening at once, and it's okay to just kind of like turn off.
Well, you've also taken on a lot of responsibility in your life. You came in to heal your family lineage. That's huge.
Yeah.
And you are a very driven personality. And obviously you're attracted to homesteading as well so that you can slow down.
Yeah.
And focus on gardening and building community and living in nature. And I feel like this was so key for you that, number one, we did the energy running in your body because you were getting everything stuck in your left side.
Yeah.
And getting the energy running so that you can really tap into your intuition instantly, because that was also getting scrambled.
Yeah, and it makes sense too with like the way I keep confusing things that I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because I am seeing things and I'm saying it because it's in my face, kind of.
It's
and
right
I'm not
there
trying
for
to
you.
say that. Yeah. Yeah. So that was really interesting as well.
Yeah.
And I could just feel like a fog being lifted from my brain. Like, I mean, because I was definitely like seeing different light. I don't know.
You had a lot of light and a lot of color in your field. I mean, when you first walked in, I could see all of the sparks, the orbs, and the portals around you. And then the more you were talking in the pre-interview, that was really coming through. But when you were lying there, I could see when I asked your higher self to like clear the brain fog, and she said yellow frequency, I could suddenly see a shift in your face. I don't know if the camera will pick it up.
Yeah.
If it did, but I could see like there was suddenly kind of like a clearing on your face.
That's kind of how it felt like of my eyes and like into my head. It was, that's exactly how it felt. So.
Yeah, it was really cool. And it was so good to learn about your sons, your boys, and what they're here to do. You knew that already.
Yeah, I did know that. But I mean, my oldest son, I mean, he so much wants to change things, you know, so it's good to see that that's like right in alignment with what he's here for. It's right in
alignment with him, and they're all here to bring in new earth and make it real and break down the system.
Yeah.
That aligned when I asked your higher self the timeline on when the system is going to break down and change, 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I saw it in my head as well. Like I saw that.
It came up. It was strong. Were you surprised that you had a life? I felt like it was the life actually kind of right before this one.
Yeah, I thought it was
a little blonde girl named Liz.
Yeah, the timing, like the timeline of that, I thought too, from like how everything looked. It looked like it was right before this. Yeah.
Right before this. And I was like, oh, this is so interesting.
Yeah. Well, even in this life, I still like worry that something bad's going to happen, you know, to me or to my kids or, you know what I mean, to my family.
And it came from that life and other lifetimes, but that life started off with, and then you saw a life where you died in childbirth, birthing your son, who was your daughter in that lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was Paul was your husband, and he had to learn self-love.
Yeah, I know. I recognized him right away.
I knew it immediately. So I get your remote view, and everything will come to me usually about 2 steps before people say them. And I'm like, it's Paul. Yeah, I recognized him right away. And then you found out that Paul is your twin flame.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really surprised by that, I guess, now.
Yeah. No, you two are so powerful together. So, okay, and then the information on crystals, that you can use them to heal yourself and heal others, but the crystal grids with the amethyst in order to help you to meditate and tap into your intuition more clearly.
Okay.
That's what amethyst is about. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. It's coming back to me now.
Crystals are key for you. And here's something that, because you and I are similar on this, a lot of us are as healers. Crystals for me, I used them when I didn't have as much confidence as a hands-on healer or just as an energetic healer when I walk into my presence.
Yeah.
And which, I shared that with a couple people, and they're like, you actually doubted your energy that would affect a room when you walked into it. I'm like, ego is fierce, you guys. You can. And they're like, I know when you're parking your car outside and I'm inside, I'm like, Sonya's here before you even walk into a door. And I'm like, I was numbed up. It's the same with you. I knew you were here before you came. I was out for a little walk and I'm like, oh, she's here.
Yeah.
And then I go to the door. And
I've actually been told that before by a couple other people throughout my life.
I'm like, I was telling my twin son, I'm like, she's so powerful. I'm so excited for this session. I can feel, she's here. So that's what I mean. Is like, what you'll use, this is why your higher self kind of said, how can she use the crystals? And she almost said it in a way like, she'll you'll see it on the recording. Okay. It's kind of like, she'll think she needs them at first, but she doesn't really. It's just your presence is what's going to be healing. Because your field is so huge that just your energy in the space is going to expand the electromagnetic grid. It's going to bring in more photonic light. So at first, we'll use crystals, and I do use crystals. You came to me for a mini session. We used crystals, but you're going to get to the point where you're like, they're sweet and loving and sparkly, but I don't need them. Same with the amethyst. We all love amethyst because it's a healer, but you're going to realize you don't really need it.
I'm right there.
You're so powerful. That's awesome. So would you recommend this session to others? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, there's stuff that I'm vaguely remembering that happened. So I think definitely watching it again too. And I mean, even just leaving here, I always feel totally different.
You are definitely going to be totally different. You have shifted.
I felt it. Like when I was laying there, like I felt just something different in everywhere. So I felt something just like change in myself. So
well, you did. You shifted. Well, good. If you would like to have a Healing Through the Heart hypnosis session with me, please go to my website, SonyaWilderWellness.com. Go to the bookings tab and go on in and book yourself a session. They are currently online right now. I'm not taking any in-person sessions. This is a special thing currently, but they are online and they're just as effective online as they are in person. So when it's your time, your session will be there for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was awesome. So
that was fun.
Appreciate you.